An explanation of how much I earned on tip cash in a venue called Sport Palace when they had an event, and it was mostly between 16 and 18k, and I could have 20 in. Now, the price that I had to ask at people at the sanitary was 40 cents. 40 cents. You have about 1/3 to half that goes to the toilet. They needed that cash. I had to pay that to them, and that was for them. Between 2,500 and 3,000 euro. They always had that, anytime, except with sports events like tennis. Every concert they had that. Now we go on the tip cash that came in on the same 6,000. That's 600. I took 450 every fucking day. 300 for me, 150 for my mom. That's 150 that I left in the check that they had on tip cash. From that cash I spent, paid girls 50 euro to 75 euro. The rest went to food and family trips. Yeah. Since Michel owned the house on the Bisschopshooflaan in the Mortsel, he was the biggest pimp ever. He also owned a sex club in Zeebrugge. There was always in that kind of shit. En Jan van his book. And the empty houses they use for prostitution, with a Alexander next door with a girl handcuffed there, and another one had to be forced, let herself take. Like happened in Bisschopshooflaan 505. They thought to do the same on Fabiana, with Rambo, an apartment next door, hostaging there. In her apartment, a sofa in front of the TV, and she could suck dick. Now, we recently grabbed a Helen in the UK who had to do the same. Started her day with sucking the doorman. Then let men enter the building, and in front of the TV she had to suck them. So they want to literally dignitize and dehumanize the diplomatic houses so they can claim that all these bitches are whores. And she was attacked over a cyber specialist of the embassy of the UK. How many embassies have been attacked? If the ambassador of Australia already had a in UK. Because these ambassadors and consular workers are used to go to parties, and that's what they call a party. So they can go suck everything up. Under diplomatic status. Same happened to Fabiana. Now there's a Wendy. Her mommy, Maria Osvogels, worked at a supermarket called Carrefour. And she did the filling of the racks. And all of a sudden she calls me and she said, "Dave, can I borrow your cash machine?" I said, "Why?" She said, "I have to calculate €1 million. That's 40 million Belgian franc, ladies and gentlemen." I said, "How the fuck do you get $1 million?" She said, "It's my money." I said, "Why do you ask my machine?" I said, "You know, once you start that shit, you ain't gonna get out." She said, "Yeah, but I can use the machine." I wanted to blow her up, and I said this: "I go in the machine, you go under the table, you suck me up." She said, "It's okay." I said, "Thank you," and I hang up the phone. That cash was dropped on her AXA account, and bitch terrorist Wendy with 3,000 kills in 2006 heritaged it and swapped it to her other AXA bank. But I was a so-called pimp. You can make me look stupid, but 300 times 200, there was 202 events, is like a lot of tip cash next to my income of 250 a night and 375 a long day, where I paid taxes on and even in advance. My tip cash of 10 cents, they couldn't take me from, but it was a lot of tip cash. I did a community job, I'm sorry. They had their cash, I have my tip. I don't work for free. Am I greedy? No, I'm correct. They were not. They raped 6,000 females, strangulated them, consummated them half, threw them over the bridge of Sport Palace. I so-called did that, because the mystery of Belgium. Look at me now. Now all the bitches that think to have the access to my finds for them killing my family, and you are responsible for killing more, we're gonna meet. And on your ass, I'm gonna have a fine too. Remember that. That's what bounty hunters paid for. And I may look like this, but even from here, and a bitch in the Regati, they work from penthouses that I bought. In Japan, they don't have a penthouse, huh? But Sydney, my apartment there is a penthouse. 5 bitches there. One was attacked and targeted over the United States, as Jillian was. Olivia was attacked over the United States because the UN already, the internal misconduct, sent cash to the United States. And that led to attack of Olivia. Stolen boat, all apartments of the UN, employees of the UN. But protection in Calais on migrants and help with containers and more after the first drop I saw January 2021. Zero. Nope, every facility of the UN literally had a base of them, like in Nebraska. Found a tower in the Sahara. I always got a bonus because they thought this weekend money launder so good. Yeah, well, I didn't ask for the cash. I was mocking to a dick. You are pimping out a fucking bitch. How long does you have to do that for 150,000? 3 seconds, 150k. And all I heard was that from Olivia. That's accepted, Dave. I said I didn't ask it, I was mocking. Now, if a fucking comedian artist do not understand the moment that I mock to a dick and they want to accept that amount of cash, I ain't gonna say no to that. Just like I didn't say no to the 250 and the 375 after I said to Jan van Esbroek, your analysis is fucked up. You're not gonna do it with 40 cents. His reaction was that. He was not worried. He was nonchalant. They all are nonchalant. Now, when a business with too much cash is nonchalant and even let steal cash, and then there's a Trump who thought to do business, has 4 bankrupts, don't pay 400,000 unpaid wages, then I don't call that a respectful businessman. When a business like a Live Nation don't respect the artist who should ask 700,000 for a show, and they want to torture him for so hard, so they go down to 150,000 for a show, and they make 3 million a show in a big venue. We're talking about 800 to 900 in a smaller venue, 5,000. Next to the food and the drinks, the merchandising, and the pimping out, which is 5-6 times the amount. Then I don't call that respectful businessman. Especially not if that concludes as well slapping and killing of kiddies so they get adrenaline shock, licking the pussy of a female while cutting off her head. The moment she orgasms, they are like, oh yeah, the blood of the la 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 la. Yelling, oh, DJ like lunatics. Sell that blood for the same shot, and the meat is special pork. That's not respectful businessman. Then even serve it in their venue. A restaurant's a cross-call restaurant meat. And a restaurant meat even came with everything on top. A live female or a kid came in, beaten and tortured till death. Cleaned up, cooked, party, blood, shot, ODJ, yeah. Came over wormhole. And they were talking about politicians. They never expected that they would be grabbed on the fact that they came from Canada to UK. United States to Germany. Germany to Belgium. On a wormhole that takes 4 minutes and 8 minutes. I state my case. Max out. Oh, used over vans. So that could also be VIP vans. The ballin means black tinted windows, like Secret Service. Axe out.